There's old Gubby. It's Uncle Joe at Uncle Joe Hikes. We're here at the Miller Trek. Never been here. I'm usually more of a backcountry kind of a guy, but I thought I'd give this a look. I've seen some pictures and stuff that people have posted. Shannon and Bill and others. Thought I'd come check this out. Very rocky here at the beginning. A little bit wet right here. So for the first part of this trail, you're hiking alongside a golf club and resort kind of area. But it's still very nice. Cut across this. It's like a service road here. Now we've come to our first boardwalk or bridge. Yeah. Alright, so this starts our loop proper. Everything from here out, spinning out and back. I think I'm going to do this way. It's going to be a little, slightly more gradual to go clockwise to the high point. So, here we go. So we've come to this crossway here. I guess I'll take you down to the lodge, and I guess this does another loop, maybe an inner loop. I don't see it on my track, so I'm not real sure. But I believe we go straight. We're going to follow these blue-green blazes, which is what we've been seeing up to now. So anyway, moving along. Well, judging by the fact that all the signs I'm passing are facing the other way, I would assume I'm doing this backwards. Oh well. Well, here's a hard right facing us. Don't know where that goes, but the route turns to the right, and so shall we. So we're perched up on this switchback. This gives us a better map. We can see what that crossroads was about. Basically, you can make a smaller loop. Right down there where we turn, goes back around. We're heading out on the green. Yeah, that's why we've seen blue and green blazes. So they share a route there. We'll make our way on out. There you are, little elevation image there. Making our way across this power line cut. Got people coming up behind us. Well, we got into a little mess of sassafras here. Over here and there. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Well, we're somewhere over there. I believe this is the cut through we saw on the other map, and I think we want to stay on the outer here. So if I'm wrong, it'll be a long day. So if you're coming clockwise, about a third of the way around, you're going to come to this, like you'll notice it on the elevation profile that it gets flat for just a little bit. That's kind of what we're on here, I believe. We're just kind of on this shelf, this side slope. So there's no climbing, not much descending, just kind of leveling out. It's not a big climb getting up here, but it'll take a little out of you. So that sassafras there has some pretty good sized leaves on it. We're still making our way around. We got off that flat. I think we're gonna start pitching up here soon. Heading up to the high point. You can see the May apples are starting to change color and make their way out of the floor till next year. It's Memorial Day weekend, so they've had their spring. We've kind of hooked around, so we should be hearing less of the highway, even though it was still off in the distance. I would put this noise level on par with like maybe Vogel, but once we hook around to this southern side of the loop, I expect it to be much quieter, even though it wasn't terrible on the other side. Well, we got us a turn. Actually, I think we just go straight. I don't think it's a turn, but there's a turn right here. Got a little cairn. Let's see where this little trail goes. Looks like it may go to maybe an overlook. I don't know. At least the first 100 yards didn't go to much of anything. If you know where that goes, let me know in the comments. We got a cairn right here. We got a little chip there that somebody wrote something on. Maybe a little ask for leniency. Keep that cairn from coming alive and hurting somebody, because we all know that cairns are dangerous. Anyway, we're going to keep going. Give him a wide berth. Oh, I didn't know they even give birth. All right, so we're working our way down now. That turnoff back there marks our high point. So it's going to be largely downhill from here, which will be a nice break. So far, this has been a great little trail. You really do feel like you're out there a good ways. You know, you can hear the highway in the distance, but it's still fairly faint. This is a good chunk of wilderness here. So it's by no means civilization. And what the wine connoisseurs would say, it's got hints of the AT and notes of Bartram and Benton McKay. But yeah, overall it's pretty nice. Well, got ourselves a laurel that's blooming. Saw all these petals on the ground. I ain't lying. Well, what? There's laurels. Yeah, looking good, looking good. And right down the trail, we got some more. Pretty cool. So that's a little unexpected. It's kind of like a little pond, a little marsh. It's kind of nestled up here. A bit stagnant too, although you do see it. Looks like it might be running here. Yeah. I guess it's runoff maybe, a little spring back there maybe. See this tree here's untumbled out, but still growing. Yeah, we're almost back to our merge with the other side of the loop. Then we'll work our way back through those cabins and back to Old Gobi. You can hear a creek flowing down there. Sounds like, but I don't think we're ever going to get down there to see it. I don't think the trail's going to take us down there. But you can hear it. Anyway, we're moving on. It's a little rocky over here. Looks like it might be smoothing out though. That's by far the biggest rocks we've seen. Good sized little monolith there. Good sized little crag. Well, we're there somewhere. Got a split here. We're going to stay to our left. Well, as luck would have it, we've fallen into a group of pines or hemlocks here. And that means soft ground to walk on. I'm starting to get hot. My feet are starting to get some hot spots. I don't usually have a problem with blisters, but I haven't exactly been doing a lot of walking. So they're probably a little tender. So yeah, that's a welcome relief. Beautiful in here. Got a medieval kind of a vibe going on. There's a crooked tree. A lot of people mistakenly think that those are Indian marking trees, and the Indians would bend them like that and mark which way the trail went or which way to water, etc. That's largely a myth. I mean, I'm not going to discount the fact that Indians might have done such things, but most of the trees that you find out here that are bent like that are way too young. Unless there's a tribe of Indians living out here and nobody's known about. The odds are that tree was bent by Mother Nature and just grew like that. There's an interesting plant. As we make our way back across the power line cut, and this is a different crossing than what we did earlier. Then we got another turn here. We keep to our left to keep on the outer edge of the circle here. So you see we're right there, so we're just going to keep working our way. This will close our loop right down here. All right, this closes our loop. As we get on this out and back to the truck. See how Goby waiting at the Jeep. Well, Goby is the Jeep. Oh yeah. So sometimes you have to look up. And I've already come through this. This is our out and back, and I completely missed these laurels. And there were petals on the ground here to tell you, look up, but I sure didn't. Huh. Got to pay attention. To my credit, there's a lot of small rocks in the trail, especially back there. So I was probably looking down to keep from slipping and falling. I think that's why I've got some hot spots in my shoes, because this is the most gravel rock, I should say, loose rock that I've hiked on in a couple of weeks. So my feet are like, you know, kind of shifting around and stuff, and that's where you get blisters. So I don't usually worry too much about blisters, but combination of not being on trail enough lately and getting out here on loose rock just made for a opportunity. All right, crossing our little service road here. We parallel this power line cut for a little while. Well, we can see old Goby through the trees here. Hopefully nobody broke in and got my black cherry Shasta. Hey, well, I drank some of that. So we make our way through the arches. Why don't you just go right there? You could just go right there. You just don't get it, do you, Tommy? You don't. So that's the Miller Trek. It's a nice hike, really is. I'll put the mileage down below. both trail miles and steps, but good little trail, good workout for me because I've been pretty sedentary the last few weeks. So I needed a push, and that's a good little climb going up there. So it was worth it, worth the suffering. But yeah, right now we're gonna get out of here and get us something to eat.